with all this new product coming in from that 2020 exposure. I think for the short term, you're probably going to have these prices for a bit. Years out from now, who knows? You guys, it's all based on how much that supply remains. And yeah, but for the short term, I think it's just more the same. Isaiah says, what's one collectible that you would never let go of no matter what money someone offers you? Super good question. Not only am I going to tell you, I can show you. We do a little show and tell here. So I have multiple cards here up for display. So this one is a first edition Red Cheeks Pikachu that is signed by Mitsuhiro Rita. Now this thing has so many layers. I did a big deal with Gary a long time ago. I even made a video about it back when you could see the secret window back there, and I was a little bit more cringy than now on this channel. I talked about how I did a big purchase, and this is definitely one of the most iconic cards. I bought it from Gary. It was signed by Arita. It's got a little drawing here, Pikachu, and this was done personally at his house. This was done through a friend of Rita. So this thing has a ton of sentimental value, and it's not gonna be represented in the price. Like, this has so much sentimental value to me. He even misspelled S.M. Pratt, so we got an error as well. This thing has layers. So yeah, this is definitely one of them. Another big one is, as some people know, my lucky University Magikarp. So if you don't know the story behind this card is definitely one of the rarest cards in the hobby. It was only given out at the Tamamushi event in Japan. It was a really fun event, a great example of like how Japan is very clever and creative with how they do these releases. And basically you attended this, and I think if you got rank A or higher, you received this card. And it's unique to that event. It's got Magikarp doing Dragon Rage, which the only way you could get that was at that event on your Game Boy. So I bought a collection from a guy in Japan, and these cards look great. I was like, oh, it's a Masaki set, some things here and there, set cards, some promos. So I'm going through the bulk just to go through and see, are there any vending cards? Maybe you forgot about a Coral card, because that happens pretty frequently. And then once I get to the water, this thing is staring right back at me. And I was honestly dumb. I'm just looking at it like, what? Like, it didn't register. I'm looking at it like, is that what I think it is? Like, is that a University Magikarp? So this is my lucky University Magikarp. I have higher grades in both 9 and 10. This guy's staying with me for the long haul. Like, he's an 8, by the way. I don't even care about the grade, because kind of like with that Pikachu, it's just such a special story. And those are two examples I always keep here that are very, very special to me, and I don't think there's money that really could motivate me, to sell them. So, though, very good question, and those are the first two that come to mind. All right, B and It Yoga says, what franchise do you like to see have a successful TCG? Could be anything, Mario, Legos, etc. Oh, Boogus. This is Boogus from E4. I don't know. I feel like there's so many TCGs now I can't keep up. There's so many like startup TCGs and money grabs and everything now I can't even keep up with it. But Lego I think would be fun. Lego doing like all the vintage, doing like Castle, or doing like how there's like Base Jungle, Fossil. Here we go. Lego doing like City. And then you could do like all the different years, Space. Oh, that's it. Castle, or like Island, or like Explorers, or like all that stuff. That'd be perfect. Star Wars. Oh my, that's it. Get me in the boardroom right now, Lego. Get me in there. Like that'd be so awesome to see that. I would definitely be all over that. And especially if you could do like a lot of the art, or I guess the display. Like I'm looking back here because I had that Lego set displayed back here the other day, like how they set up the set in like the background. It looks so 80s, 90s, like, oh man, yeah, that's what should happen right there. If anyone from Lego, let them know, like they need to do it. If you can have all these no-name startups like stonking with creatures that people don't even know or can pronounce, like you could definitely do something like that with Lego. That'd be fantastic. Next up, Kivo says, what do you think about the Metal Charizard? Do you like metal cards? I'll be honest with you, Metal Charizard, it's not bad. It's decent. But overall, I'm not big on metal cards. There's a trophy that's metal in Japan, super rare. I couldn't care less. It just doesn't do it for me. However, I do like the Metal Charizard. I think it is a nice, like, little... It's an outlier, but it works. It has the base set art. People like it. I think it just is one of those one-offs that I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. Like, it's a nice addition to the Ultra Premium collection. It adds a layer to it. But overall, in general, I'm not big on metal cards, but I think that one, kind of like with the stamps, like the Pikachu stamp thing that happened, the promo, and, those other stamps. I'm not going to go out and collect stamps, but I do like that one with the Pokemon on it. Even if they did more Pokemon stamps, I'm not sure if I'd be big on it, but that one, is pretty cool. LA Butter says, can you ever Or can you see PSA ever going back to $10 submissions? If not, what's the lowest you see them doing hopefully in the near future? This is a pretty big question a lot of people ask, and I think ultimately I could see them going down the scale. They just need to have enough people to handle it, because once you do that, it's going to be a tidal wave. Like, I'm hemorrhaging cards over here, and I'm, again, sperm the sperm whale. There are probably businesses and people who have much more volume. You know, I probably have, just to be transparent, I probably have 4,000 to 5,000 cards that need to be graded by PSA. And, you know, I just don't know how they can manage that if they lower that price down to 10 again. However, if they do, if PSA can get that price lower, all these hole-in-the-wall garage startup companies are extinct overnight, because there's no use for them anymore. The only real value that any of these new companies give you is that you can get your cards back, but what people don't realize yet, you know, what you could already see it from a year of what's happened, you're not getting the value added. Yeah, you get the card back faster, but you're not really getting the maximum value on your item. So yeah, if they did bring it down, they'd eliminate all that competition, I think, overnight, but they would have such a crazy backlog. I think it'd be worse than even what they have now if they did do that. Of course, I'd love to see it personally for all the cards I want to send in, but I think in reality that would mean the cards I send in would probably take, again, the Titanic voyage. I'd be hanging on to that door, hopefully Kate Winslet lets me on. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be sitting there for 2 years, like, never gonna let go. But it'd be a long ride. I think it'd be a long journey if they did $10 submissions. All right, next up we got PFM. Made it in the top 25. PFM says, how did it feel when you found out first edition Black Star Promo 1 Pikachu was both the first English promo and first super rare? Of course, PFM asked like some super tips fedora question here. Yeah, I already liked, in all seriousness, I already liked Ivy Pikachu. Like, it didn't even forget about the first edition stamp. I already liked it. That was my first promo I ever got. I got from the Toys R Us in Ferguson. Super special to me. Super nostalgic. So yeah, that whole story was magic. That's definitely one of my favorite, well, we're talking top 25 here, easily top 25 E4 moments. Was that one, I think it was Rusty too, who had the pack or whatever, that prototype pack, or what we think is prototype. So yeah, it's just another layer to something that I already liked, and I think it is cool how there's a couple or a few of them in the jungle packs. It's just a really cool story, and if it is all true that they were like doing it, that it was on purpose, that makes it even better. So yeah, of course PFM's gonna ask this super technical question. All these people are like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think about this general topic? Yeah, how do you feel about this specific card, and how does it make you feel? But yeah, overall it's just another added layer to something I already liked. Ambroziak, I think I pronounced that right. Do you have any knowledge about the Jungle Kamiya? There's so little to find on the artist. I think he's massively underrated as an artist in general, and if you can meet one artist at Pokemon, who would you meet and why? So, as a lot of people know, Kamiya is definitely one of my favorites. This is that virtual from vending, one of my favorite cards. Again, not a monetary thing, not worth much money at the end of the day. Just love the art. I remember seeing that in a card shop back in the day and being blown away how it could be on like that, or Electabuzz in the background blew my mind as a kid. So I absolutely love Kamiya. I think he brings something fresh to the table. Now, the other side of the coin, Sugimori, the OG, who defined how Pokemon look, they'd be my top two probably. Sugimori just because he's the godfather of it all, and he's super reclusive. But this is a major free Patreon info here. I've had a conversation with Kamiya. A lot of the Japanese artists are very tentative, you know, in their communication. They're very cautious.
Just keeping the
makes
peace.
Sense, reasonably so, because there's so many people who are probably like, can you sign this? Can you do this? Can you do that? And yeah, I think a lot of these artists are very low key. They try to, you know, just keep a more reserved existence. Definitely like take like SM Pratt over here. They're definitely flirting with being reclusive. But overall, yeah, he's one of my favorite artists, and I would love to meet him. Definitely need a translator, but him and Sugimori, I think, would be my top ones. There's plenty, though, that like the new ones, like Sao, Kirisaki, or like the OGs. There's so many OGs I'd love to meet, like Uyama. Meta Mikuni, actually. That's a once in a lifetime. That was unbelievable. So yeah, Kamiya and Sugimori is my answer. Michael says, what are your thoughts on long-term investability PSA 9 base at Shadowless versus PSA 5 to 8 first edition Shadowless cards?
If they don't break, they'll burn.
Or do you favor a higher grade Shadowless over lower grade first edition?
For the glory of Noxus.
At first I thought this was going to be a what should I buy, but this is actually a very relevant discussion that has happened throughout the history of Pokemon. So this conversation existed forever, and it used to be PSA 10 versus 9 first edition. Now it's like PSA 9 Shadowless versus mid-grade, you know, first edition base. And ultimately, I choose first edition at the end of the day. Now, if you're saying PSA 5 versus a 9 Shadowless, yeah, maybe that changes it a bit. But ultimately, first edition base is first in every sense. And this is coming from someone who has an extreme nostalgia for Shadowless. Like, I look at a Shadowless card, and it does the same reaction that it did when I was a kid. I'm like, oh my god, it's Shadowless. I can name all the Shadowless cards I saw when I was a kid. It was really exciting. It was a special thing back in the day, and I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir. So I have a lot of nostalgia for Shadowless, but realistically, market objective speaking here, first edition base usually wins out. And especially if you're comparing a lower grade to the one above. In general, not all the time, but in general, I'm going to choose the first edition. Like back in the day, I'd rather choose the 9. And the reason why, you know, back then, especially, I think maybe even 8 to 9 might, I'd have to go through all the numbers and see. But the winning combo is you can scale up usually with the first edition. And the first edition is typically much more liquid at a certain price. Let's keep in mind here, Shadowless is still an S tier thing, or an A tier thing at least. It's not like we're comparing like, you know, first edition based like modern energy cards. You know, these are both contenders here. That's why the question is so good. But yeah, I think in short, first edition is where my immediate reaction is going to be, and especially if I can scale that, like if I can get a bunch of PSA 7 first edition cards versus like the 1/9, you know, I feel like I'm spreading my risk out rather than just having the one card that might explode because of popularity and then come back down, you know, because of popularity. Where if that same thing happens with the 7, at least I have a wider array and I can piece some of them out to maybe get money back or get myself in the black and then, you know, just smooth back. So it gives you more options if you look at it from that perspective. But yeah, this is a question as old as the hobby. It's been around forever. It's just the grades have changed, you know, as the availability has declined over the years. Jonathan says, what do you want to be remembered by after you're gone? He's going to hit me with one of these deep ones out of nowhere? I've never thought of that before. I honestly never thought of that before. I'm trying to think like what I'd even... I don't know, for Pokemon, I guess just like, hopefully people appreciate the hobby more because of the content. You know, that's maybe the biggest positive I could think of, is that hopefully the videos help you understand or appreciate collecting. Because I think what collecting did for me is it helped me through a lot of hard times, and I think it helps a lot of other people, whether it's 2020, whether it's like you don't know what you're going to do for your career, or you know, you're having a rough time in a relationship, etc., you lost your job. I think collecting is really a nice, healthy hobby that has done so much for me that I think me being able to talk about that experience helps better understand like the value of collectibles outside like the big money and all the stomping and all that. Because I think the general public isn't aware of how fun this is. You know, I think some people would just dismiss it either as like, oh, kids game, or, you know, whatever cynical take. And I think there's so much good that happens within collecting, not only on a personal level, but like a community level. And I just want people to, I guess, appreciate like I did. And yeah, I guess that's what I'd be maybe remembered for. I don't know. I've never really thought about it beyond just like, okay, I gotta do a video for this week. So what am I gonna talk about? So anyway, yeah, that's a pretty personal question there, Jonathan. But yeah, I think that's what that'd be my appreciate. You know, the hobby or collectibles like I do. Big message there. Panic Peacock says, which TCG, either alive or dead, would you never touch? So I don't want to name some, because if they get named, people are going to dogpile on it. Because again, when someone asks me about, I think
daylight breaks on the
about why don't you there's so many
shine like the sun, you must burn like it.
Waiting for something to latch onto. So yeah, what I would say, the best way to really say it without saying it, is all these startup companies in the past year or so, Kickstarter ones, the countless ones that are just either borrowing from Pokemon or Magic or other major elements from all these big TCGs. It reminds me of the 90s Flash in the Pan. Like, there were so many Pokemon imitations. So many of them. Like, I remember going into like stores and you'd see like these little like plush eggs that you open up, like, oh, is there going to be a gold one in there? And they were gone like a month later, you know, like so many things to try to copy Pokemon. So I would say the startup TCGs in the past year to two especially, a lot of them are money grabs. A lot of them are based on, can I make money as fast as possible? actual Wall Street Bets-esque, like that type of mentality, NFT type mentality where, you know, it's like hot potato. It's like, can I sell this to the next guy, to the next guy, to the next guy? And if you join those discords, I think the real linchpin for me is that people aren't talking about how much they like the art or whatever, you know, like you do in Pokemon. You know, we talk about Korea and, you know, the artwork and how shadowless and how much we enjoy it and how nostalgic we are, because there's this organic pull and interest to it. Where all these new startups, it's all about the money, you know? Everyone's talking about the money, the owners are in on the money, you know, they're talking about, like, someone will join and say, hey, does anybody have this card? And like 50 people, I'm not exaggerating, will message me. So to me, what that tells me is a lot of speculation, a lot of money, glory. And if there is an actual huge recession, you know, big recession, I think a lot of people are going to get money. Because you're in a time now where the people on the front end who are building it up, like the classic pump and dump, are getting it off their hands and getting rid of it. And then, you know, the people who are speculating beyond that, you gotta understand you're speculating on something that doesn't have an objective data point of being the largest media franchise in the history of man. You know, you don't have those type of things to give you that confidence, i.e., you don't have fundamentals. So, you know, that's the risk you're taking. Some people don't mind, but I'm doing a select call here on all those new startup TCGs. I just don't see it. I'm not talking about like, oh, your favorite video game now is a TCG. Like even like a Final Fantasy. I got some Opus 1 boxes. You know, that's like a low-key TCG, but it's based on an actual game that people enjoy, have an experience with, has lore, etc. Like a lot of these new startups aren't even playable. Like I'm not exaggerating. They're not playable. So that's my take. I'm pretty much every startup TCG that's not based on anything, like anything prior, is a massive risk. And especially with all the big money NFT, crypto, Wall Street Bets, fast money world that we're in now, everyone can make a quick buck and talking to a camera. It's just too much speculation for me personally. All right, Shizzle Me Timbers, the Banner Wizard, is asking a question here. Shizzle says, what is your favorite E4 forum Discord moment meme of 2021? Man, that's tough. It's going to be your thumbnails are going to be the obvious answer. No, the wizardry behind all the anything on E4, my channel. He's like a I call him a wizard because using a normal word doesn't describe how good he is at Photoshop. Like even guys at hockey will see a thumbnails and they're like, how does this exist? I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm a boomer. I don't understand any of it. But anyway, to your question, the praise aside, to your question about the meme of 2021. That's gonna be hard to pin down. There's so many good memes that happen all the time in Discord. Discord is like a living meme. Like you see memes being born every week or every day. I think like the actually like grading company one where it's like the guy in the background, he's like, they don't realize that card has a print line on it. That's a good one. Yeah, your banner's honestly gonna be the best. Like the whole 2020 era, like one meme after another with like all the openings and everything that went on. I honestly can't pin one down. Like if I go to Q4 and just blindly scroll through and just like point on one, I feel like it's gonna be good. The one with the McDonald's promo, I remember that one. I think I posted that one. It was like, I saw it somewhere else. It was like some guy, like some stereotype, like overweight dude, My Little Pony, like his stomach pushing out through his shirt, like going up to McDonald's asking for like 300 Happy Meals so he can take all the packs or whatever and flip them the next day. Like, there's so many memes. I could sit here and do a whole video and just scroll through like photographed that day. But anyway, appreciate all the work you do for E4 shit. It's unparalleled. You're the best out there. Pixel Trainer says, what are your thoughts on the one-of-a-kind promos given to Katy Perry, J Balvin, and Post Malone? Could this possibly be most rare and valuable card on the planet? I personally am not big on them. Aesthetically, they don't. I hope the people who get them care about them, enjoy them. Honestly, even the Ishihara, I could take her to leave it. To be real with you, like it's okay. Like it's not bad, but it's not like even more. I'd take a Worlds trophy over that stuff because I feel like that has more meaning. You know, has more history to it. Where these are just like kind of like a gift to it's like, okay, thank you for collaborating with Pokemon, you know, it's cool and all, but you're like, even J Balvin, I don't know who that is, like way too boomer to know who that guy is, so I'm assuming it's a guy. But yeah, that's really my take on it. They're alright, they're not bad. I don't know if they're the rarest out there that's playing really, really rare cards in the hobby already.
You are better than this.
For a modern release, yeah, it's decent. for me personally, I'm not super excited about it. It's just, it's all right. Maybe if it came with like, okay, Katy Perry meet and greet. All right, maybe we're spicy.
No!
It's rather than that. It's just okay for me. Next up, Josh says, how do you feel about being an underrated in the Pokemon world? You see stuff on this channel that you won't see anywhere else, and props goes to that.
I thought it was doing too
Well, I'm
damn.
glad that's appreciated. Yeah, I definitely don't have the check mark
Oh.
metric. I think I'm just content knowing I'm having fun doing it. I see a consistent audience and consistent group, and especially Patreon. Like, if I did not have Patreon, I would not be here. I think I have a very healthy Patreon core and community, and I can really just speak freely in there and be myself and share, you know, all this experience I have and all this very specific knowledge. But at the end of the day, I'm a niche and a niche and a niche. Like, I'm a very, very specific type of channel. I'm not doing like my podcast, hack breaks. I'm not doing all the stuff that really gets a lot of hits at the end of the day. I also just don't have time to like keep up with that. You know, I'd have to get like a whole fleet, a whole crew of people. And if I don't have Logan Paul numbers, I'm not gonna have the Logan Paul setup. You know, I'm not gonna have a manager and people doing all that. Like, having Shizzle do my the banners and like the thumbnails is like as big as it gets for me. So yeah, that's really the thing at the end of the day. I'm just content doing what I'm doing, and you know, I'll do it as long as it's not too much of a hindrance, too much of a stressor. There are times when it's tough, you know, because especially the public videos, they really are a wash. I don't really think the time and effort it takes to do the public videos is ultimately negative, and it's only supplemented by Patreon. So if I did not have that, I don't know if I'd still be doing videos just because of the time value aspect. But ultimately, I still have fun doing it. As long as I see people appreciating it, enjoying it, it's something I plan on doing for the foreseeable future. So yeah, that's really where my head's at for that one. Buckers23 says, what are some of your favorite non-card products merch from the 90s? I remember having a Pokemon Stadium piggy bank, Pokemon Marbles, and a little Charmander figure.
I didn't attack.
I have that same Charmander figure. I got some over here. I got the OG Pikachu I got from when I was a kid. We'll do a little story time since we're chilling in the holiday Q&A. This little chunky Pikachu, I got the sealed one back here. This guy, this exact thing. So Christmas of '98 was like the best Christmas ever, and I remember my brother got that for me.
Tomorrow,
and I was like, you know, every day I wake up, I'm like touching the package. You know, this is like Pokemon made in the '90s. So that one is one of my most shares. I even have a picture. I think I shared on E4 before where I'm opening it on Christmas, and you can see like the Nintendo 64 there. Like, it's just pure '90s magic. So that's definitely one of my favorites. This guy too, that was a plush. I think I posted a photo on Instagram. I think that was my birthday. I got that. Snowboard Kids 2. I got Snowboard Kids somewhere on the shelf up there somewhere. I have both of those. Christmas and birthday presents. So yeah, all that stuff from the 90s, like these guys, like that's the big chunky 90s Pikachu, the original. I could have won on this. So the Game Boy, you can't see his shot here, but the Game Boy guide, the white one with all the Super Mario art. That's how I fell in love with all designs of Pokemon and why I like Super Mario so much. So yeah, those are the ones that come to mind, and a lot of them have layers to them too. Happy Zebra 86 says, will you ever get a Pokemon tattoo? Hypothetically, if you would, what kind of artwork would you use for the tattoo? All right, so this is a really good question. I'm personally not a tattoo person. That's just me. I'm also not one of those people who's going to judge you if you do have a tattoo. It's just not my thing, because I'm someone who, even the things I really, really like, I don't know if I'd want that on my skin lifetime, but for people who do, I think some of the top ones that come to mind, like Dan from E4 has like a whole leg sleeve of like all the trophies, like Unicarp, Trophy Kangaskhan, Illustrator, everything. If you can't get those actual cards, you just get them inked on you. It's a big brain move. But that one's actually pretty cool because it's like someone who really likes, you know, the hobby, really likes collecting this stuff. And, you know, especially those cards, like most people won't be able to buy all those. It's a really nice, like, combination of things. So that one I think is fun. I think people who just get tattoos that have meaning and layers to them, I like that. Like, I see a lot, and I'm not trying to, like, offend anybody, but, like, someone who gets, like, a generic, like, anchor or whatever, Carpe Diem, sees the carp thing, you know. I'm not trying to be critical of them, but a lot of that, to me, is just really generic, and I like to see the ones that have, like, a deeper meaning to them or some type of, like, personal... You know, like I think Rayquaza on Potsinator on 4 has like multiple Rayquaza tattoos. That's like his thing. Like he collects Rayquaza. That's cool to me. Like people who like Gyarados or whatever, or certain Pokemon. I think that's probably the way I go. If I did it, maybe I'd get like an illustrator. My friends at hockey who know what I do, and when they find out, especially about the big deals I've done over the years, they're like, God, if I was selling Pokemon cards for that much, I'd get a tattoo of Pikachu on my forehead. So it's been suggested, but so far it's something that I haven't done myself, but that would be the route I'd go if I did. All right, last up to close us off for the Q&A, EcoBase says, what is the most valuable lesson you've learned in 2021? Thanks for the great content and happy holidays. Definitely a nice way, appropriate way to seal this all up with 2021. The most valuable lesson I learned, I think, I'll combine both of them, 2020 and 2021. I think looking at both of them together, I think the main thing is just maintaining perspective. I think I've seen a lot of people who left the hobby in 2020.
My true beauty is beneath the
people have been around a long time. Like some guys have been around 10 plus years, dipped out immediately when prices got high enough in 2020. So there are also people who I think got burnt out by all the roller coaster of up and down, scalpage and all that stuff. So the thing I think I'd say is people who survived the storm and are here in 2021 is that hype comes and goes, fundamentals never die. You know, for the person who asked like the things I want to be remembered for, maybe it's some of these SM Pratisms I think are just like kernels of the reality of collecting, especially in Pokemon. Like there's so much noise at times, there's so much mania, so many channels trying to get you to be outraged with them, but in reality they just want you to click and they want you to do their thing, and they're not really concerned at the end of the day. If you watch a lot of my stuff from 2020, the number one thing I was saying over and over is just stay calm. Like, this is just a moment. This is just a marketing condition. It's not going to be like this forever, and here we are. You know, and it was easy to do that because I've been through this ride multiple times. I've been to that rodeo so many times over the years. With Pokemon Go, the Cold Star Bubble, social media, the housing recession. I was there in the housing recession, so I've been through this ride and rodeo so many times. The numbers are a little bit different. The zeros might be a little bit more than the past, but overall, I think that's the thing. Not only, I guess what I learned ultimately is just reinforcing that stay the course, maintain perspective, and I have to do that on my own personal level too. Like I have to make sure I'm not getting sucked into the weeds and the unproductive, low quality negativity that exists everywhere in every hobby. And yeah, in 2020 it was really hard. I think there are a lot of people who were disenfranchised. There were a lot of people who came and went. A lot of people sold out because it just made sense for them. There's a lot of chaos and opportunity in the past couple of years. If you did stay the course, I think you're probably enjoying the hobby right now and in a good place because it has calmed down. Celebrations, I'm always looking around because I got celebrations everywhere. This type of stuff, excluding this exact UPC, but the ETBs for this are unbelievably affordable. It's a fantastic set. And the ETBs are everywhere. I could casually wear a Pokemon set exclusive ETB. So at the end of the day, if you can maintain that perspective, I think it's the light at the end of the tunnel. That's what 2021 was, in my opinion. It was the light at the end of the tunnel of the chaos that was 2020. And people like myself and people and just ignore all the noise, all the open mouth YouTubers telling you it's the end of the world. Whatever things going on, even bubble talk and all that tells me is you just don't understand how markets work.
The winter's claw.
You don't understand the fundamentals behind these cards. And if you stay the course and just continue to observe, be engaged and absorb that knowledge over time, you're probably doing much better, not only monetarily, but just emotionally and happiness, overall. You're probably just in a better place mentally and everything else. So yeah, that's what I learned in 2021. Stay in the course, ignoring the noise, and maintaining a balanced perspective and understanding that life comes and goes.
I'll protect you.
That's just 100% truth. Like, no matter what people say, no matter how much they want to scare you, that whatever's going on, the scalpage of 2020. I remember saying, I'm like, guys, it's just a market condition. It'll pass once Pokemon hears, which they will. And here we are with celebrations. Fantastic. I would say majority this year. I think we can all agree. Majority this year, there wasn't much scalpage anywhere near like it was in 2020. So there you go. That's what I have for this Q&A. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Just a reminder, I do this every single month on Patreon. You might see a discount in the future for Patreon in the maybe near future. It's something I'm kicking around about how to implement and everything. I've done it before in the past where I always grandfather people in. So the only reason I'm hesitant on it is because usually when I do that, I get a flood. It's like lowering the price of PSA. When they drop it down to like $30 or $20, it's just like a flood. So I just have to make sure I have the time and everything ready if I end up doing that. But nonetheless, I gotta thank all you guys for your support, especially all the Patreon members. You're all the reasons why I'm still doing this. I love doing these long form Q&As. I wish I could do. If I could just do Q&A every week, it'd be so much fun. Because I just love the back and forth. I love something. Hopefully you guys do too. So there it is, guys. Hope you enjoy the holidays. Try to take it easy. Again, I might take a little vacation here, and hopefully you guys do the same. Try to relax. It's been a crazy couple of years, and mental health and relaxing has never been more important. So anyway, there it is. You know the deal. Let me know how I feel. Pretty much it, guys. Happy holidays.
Only a scratch.
But I could sort of call it the sociopath.
That's what we want.
You have like this cognitive way of understanding things, and then you have like this emotional way of understanding things. And I didn't realize that these were two different things until I had very short like mental health bouts doing lots of mushrooms. And something that I realized was that I don't know how you bridge a cognitive understanding with an emotional understanding. So I had like very small bouts of weird, something akin to maybe general anxiety disorder or major depressive disorder, where I could like read things and my brain still worked. I could understand stuff, but on an emotional level, I was like in a different place, and I couldn't do anything to change that.
Almost always follows the big three, which is God's, alien, and government. People trying to take...
I didn't even know that. That is so true, though.
I emailed you because I was listening to the conversation, and I hate to say it, I'm a fan of yours.
Okay.
It was a little hard to listen to, though, because it sounded like a bunch of folks who were doing their best guessing, and everybody was guessing really good. But ultimately, it was kind of like...
You are safe with Brawl. They should thank them for the king.
Please.
Know your place. You dare oppose Noxus? Victory is the friends we made along the way.
Okay. You're gonna get to play Soraka, bro. I'm attacking first. Ooh.
Explosives primed.
run!
Drain, heal 1. Yeah,
Hope this works.
Coming in hot!
You name it, I'll nick it.
Born a patrician, I became a soldier.
Check out the goods on this one.
You dare oppose Noxus?
Just borrowing.
That egg, did it move? I must get out of here. After the battle, the raging ceased. Empire above all! You lack discipline.
Let's go! Ziggs! You've destroyed 4+ allied landmarks. Even ends. I have to definitely finish it. Oh, who don't I want to play again? This one.
Think you're fast? Cute.
Fuse is lit!
I got the goods.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Who's gonna get in my way?
No going back.
Pick on someone your own speed.
I'll take 6 to.
No one gets in my way. charged up and ready to go.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you. Here's our chance.
Your attack is obvious.
Oh, it's on.
Just borrow it.
Yeah.
Denies Ionia?
For the Empire.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Remember the objectives. For the glory of Noxus. Let's take this puppy for a spin! Back to punch!
You cannot win. I see every move. You cannot win. I see every move.
Ooh.
Pick on some of your own speed.
Yeah.
Routes closed. Duty, Empire. Let the bloodshed begin.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't cast fast? Huh.
It's a cannon, not a shield.
Here's our chance.
Lucky shot.
Never play fair.
Blood for Noxus. Hold still.
Oh my god. Wait, why can't I use this?
Underestimate. I dare you.
Why did I pass it and summon some? What the fuck? Oh my god. What? I won? Because he didn't pick a deck? Oh shit. Fuck that deck, dude. I don't want to touch that deck.
I have my orders. They'll never see it coming.
The sun's out, the crowd's ready. Let's reckon!
Coming in hot!
The party has arrived. It's Draven, the glorious executioner. Someone get him up!
In position.
course I'm ready.
If they don't break, they'll burn. The few for the many. Routes closed.
I'm not sneaky, I'm dynamic.
And I'm dynamite.
Now we're cooking.
Everything's in place.
Just borrowing.
I stand for Noxus! I gotta work with this Joker? Empire above all! By my hand will Noxus rise.
Lead us to victory, Grand General.
You dare oppose Noxus?
Your path ends here.
I'm ready.
For the Empire.
The few for the many.
Make the Empire proud.
I'm on the verge of something. My legacy.
You'll never see it coming.
I trolled so hard.
Stay away from that switch!
Uh, 23rd by the end of the day. Uh, attacking first. And now
Bounty Board knows me name.
1 mana 2/2.
Charged up and ready to go. Blast him!
Time to get rich! pledge to Sejuani's service.
Oh boy! Yep, I'm flying.
We'll make quick work of you!
What's that you got there?
This will be a fine story.
Try here, win big, play now.
Brothers born from battle.
Whoa! Here we go!
Stop this foolery. We like a challenge. Just another winter.
I've got you.
Hang on a sec! Misfired!
Today we hunt!
Nothing like the stink of blood and sweat.
Hey there. Don't mind the knife.
Forward!
You won't feel it at first.
Harpoon him!
Shoo! Shoo! Compassion is never wasted.
Tremble before the winter's claw!
A one, a two, a three!
Oh, I'm gonna clone ya!
You can't outrun me!
The stars!
Nyanga.
Looking
Who?
for trouble? It found you.
A drop of kindness creates many ripples.
Vi? We should have brought flowers. Try cupcakes.
Who is it? Fuck. Yes.
There is joy in caring for others.
Punch it!
Just tough right now. Game's over, buddy. Game's over, buddy.
I know what I'm doing.
See you later, buddy. Victory. One chance? A soul. I haven't played this one yet. Oh my god, oh my god, what are these cards?
Where's my axe? I'll do better this time. You'll thank me later.
For the Empire. For the glory of Noxus.
Fortune favors the bold.
Okay, ready.
Love ya.
Daylight breaks on the battlefield.
What's all that?
Our sun will not set today.
Ooh, cool down.
Stand and fight!
Need a widow.
Never stop shooting!
I'll do better this time.
Mia. Oh, I lost.
Mwah.
The skies darken.
Very awkward. I dare you not to pick a deck. Oh, you didn't pick a deck. Oh, what the fuck?
You'll soon understand my methods. I'll show you how it's done. When we look ahead, we know how to prepare.
What is darkness to the unseen?
first light illuminates the land. Glorious light rains down.
To speak and be heard. That is true power. Three or two?
Destined to die.
Heed our words.
You will serve through me.
See what I've learned?
I will protect you.
Tenacity through trial.
You need not follow, but you will witness.
The dragon will keep you safe.
Forger, your work is unparalleled.
Blades bright, forged in solstice heat.
Unwavering strength.
The dark closes in.
Spears ready.
Our stories live on.
Bask in the sunlight. My faith protects me.
To me!
Who's with me?
Your Emperor commands!
Fall, heretic!
Behold my work!
Face my shield.
Stand down.
blessings from the sun. Behold the divine power of the sun!
Tell me, what will become of Shurima?
I study history, but we must write it.
4?
Go get the shiny dove.
On ahead! You dare!
Took it fair and square. It's a trap!
Life and death inexorably interwoven.
Shurima is sand and sky, past and present. Witness glory
What the fuck am
eternal.
I watching?
Golden and gleaming, Shurima is reborn.
Oh, chill. I can still block.
Through death.
This daybreak or when you activate.
A beam of light to pierce the heavens!
I walk behind none.
The order is given.
What the fuck is this?
You cannot sway me!
Focus on me! I have come for the unforgiven. I am the Emperor's will. Teach our enemies the power of Shurima. I taste purple.
I taste purple.
God Emperor is here.
Your power eclipses all.
The sun disk is restored to its splendor.
Yeah.
As I live, all will die. Let the light burn away your corruption, Renekton.
Muppet. Dude, what is that deck?
All is measured.
Fuck.
Arise!
Can't block it, so I'm dead either way.
The skies.
What a broken ass deck. I messed up hard. I'm done.
Hey everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Today we're counting down the top 10 best of this and that make you a straight full. You'll get 2,000 yen off your very first order. 2,000 yen is right now around $18, so it's a pretty directly from the Pokemon Center, directly from Japanese retailers because they do have some really cool products all out. It is a really cool product and it's actually my current go-to product when people say, hey, I'm a new Pokemon card collector, what Pokemon card product should I start off with? I highly recommend the Shining Fates Elite Trainer box because it is the perfect starter item for a brand new Pokemon card collector. They get that feeling for pack opening, they get a inside of the Shining. And over this, that's why it's a perfect display product right now. It is so cool to have this product on display. I think it really comes down to the black and yellow design, promo code, and products on this list. You can pick it up from GameStop for around $60, and it might be going for a little bit more on the secondary market. In the 8th place spot on this list, we have the Celebrations Pokemon Silver Anniversary. The Pokemon 13 itself completely worth it at the current retail Ninja Star card in a couple of the years. And if you were to be able to get it, it's only going for around $110 right now. It is by far the most stacked Pokemon card set of the year with so many really cool pulls. Even to date, there are a couple of cards that are still going for well over $100. And last I checked, there were over 40 cards that are going for at least $10. So there's a ton of really cool cards inside. There's so many alternate art cards. You're very likely to at least pull one inside of a booster box. There's no guarantee, but you are guaranteed to get some level of fun because all of the pulls are so cool. Even if you get a regular V card, you're pulling V cards like Umbreon V, Espeon V, Rayquaza V, like just cards that you are gonna really enjoy. Even though they are regular ultra rares, it's a really solid set overall. In 6th place, we have the Marny Premium Tournament Collection Box, one of the coolest promo boxes that came out in English this year. This is an English exclusive, didn't come out in Japan, particularly this box design. I think it's really cool. It's called the Milk Carton box for a reason. I love the design of it. We've never seen one like it, and I dig it because it's just made of cardboard. A lot of the other products that the Pokemon Company releases tend to use a lot of plastic, and I hate that. I understand they got to be cool display pieces, but I just love the compact feeling of the Marny Premium Tournament Collection box. It's small, it's compact, but don't think it doesn't pack a lot of value because it contains a lot of cool stuff inside. Outside of getting 7 booster packs, you also get yourself a full art Marny card as well as 3 other autographed Marny cards. Not real autographed, autographed by the fictional character Marny, which is kind of neat on its own because Marny is a celebrity. And there also is a lot of other knickknacks inside if you enjoy though. You get yourself a Marny deck box, you get yourself Marny sleeves. The sleeves designs are really adorable. I wish we got more products like these. The sleeves are going for around $10 on the secondary market. So people do use these, people do collect these, and they are enjoyable. So this is a really cool product. It's going for around $70 right now, and you do get yourself around $70 worth of value. So it's definitely not a bad pickup. Before we make it to the top 5 spot on this list, I would like to say an honorable mention to the Vaporeon VMAX, Jolteon VMAX,